Alright, so we do have the right mic on. Let's check. That's definitely the right mic. You don't need to touch it, guy. Alright, so one thing in news, my servers are dead. So I'm going to be working on those and get back to regular videos very soon. But this is my son, Alex.
Hey.
So we are going to be doing a project today. He got a new computer for Christmas, and I'm thankful for Linus Tech Tips for doing their 2018 Christmas special where they're showing gaming prices broken down, because I'm used to working on servers. I'm used to purchasing things for servers, and I usually get like really powerful Intel processors, things like that. But I've never considered AMD for my own use. But as far as getting the best bang for your buck, apparently that's was a good choice for Alex, and he's gonna apparently destroy some Fortnite.
Apparently, it's in some places it's stronger than his.
In multi-core processing, because his does have 6 cores,
he has 4.
It will do better in some. So
him and Justin are jealous.
Okay, so Alex has never built a computer at all, so it's a good opportunity, I figured, for some guys who have bought computers and may not know how they work internally.
And father-son bonding time.
Yes, it is father-son bonding time. But for people that don't know how the internal parts of the computer work, this would be a good opportunity for them to see. And I also have some family members that are interested in learning more about computers that this will help as well. So shout out to Hunter and Jimmy. Definitely check this out so you guys can see how machines are built. So, excuse me. The first thing we got him.
Can I try and help?
Yeah, this one just lifted. Do not hit that curtain. Alright, lift it up.
I think it was immediately fixed.
That's because you need just to calm down. I know you're excited. I'm happy you're excited.
For some reason, my hands feel kind of...
Well, keep them up.
Like, stream.
Keep them up. We can't have them fall down on stream. So, this is his gaming Corsair case. And it's got a little clear panel on the side. It was only like 50 or 60 bucks.
I'm going to get V-Bucks.
Which is awesome. We'll discuss that later. It has nothing to do with this one now. But one thing I noticed that's really funny about the new gaming cases, this does not open up. They don't have space for CD drives anymore. And what was also weird is the USB and everything is on the side. And the power and everything is on the side, which I've never seen before. So that's kind of cool.
Any of this.
Oh, I know. That's the reason why we're going to get to build it together.
Yep.
So then what we also have is bring the other box over here.
This big box? Where is this one?
That one first. So what I did is when he was opening up his gifts, we had him open this up first.
1, 2, 3.
Which really, really confused him because he had no clue what it was.
First thing I saw was VR. This is VR ready.
Yes,
Means it's strong.
You're not going to have VR.
Yeah.
But, so it's 1070 Ti. Again, this entire build is from the Linus Tech TV, or Tech Tips recommendation. And come on, focus, baby.
Need this?
Yep, go ahead and bring that over.
We'll bring all the other
So for the first time in this house, there's going to be an AMD machine in here. It's a Ryzen 5 2600.
Now, 650 V3.
It's a 650 watt power supply from EVGA. And this is not a sponsored video in any way.
Solid state drive.
Yep, but it is, this is the part that made us jealous, is we don't have any NAND flash drives like this. This is the type that lays directly on the board. So I've not gotten to work with those before.
Corsair Vengeance LPX.
Yep, 16 gig kit. You know, she keep hitting that curtain, be careful.
Aorus B450 Aorus Elite. Motherboard.
The motherboard. So now this
is... Very confusing. I've never seen this.
This is the same people that make the video card. My 1080 Ti video card.
Now let me tell you one thing. I don't think I'm going to be able to even know what anything... As soon as we open this, my brain's going to explode.
But again, that's the reason why I'm here, is to show you and to show our viewers how the machines work and how they're assembled.
Yep.
Is there anything else in the box?
Nope, except the bag with warranty against defects.
Yeah. That's not necessary.
Okay.
He is a little bit excited, so there's going to be a couple times in this video where I'm going to tell him he has to need to calm down and get serious.
I'm just really excited. Every computer I've had has been a hand-me-down.
Yep, this is going to be his first computer all to himself.
Yep, and I'm going to help make it. Of course, we'll have the firewall and stuff, because we always need that. But we'll also have, what was it called? The personal assistant?
Oh, well, that's just because you're going to have Windows 10 Professional. You're going to have Cortana. Okay, so now we're going to first, carefully, bring the PC over here. I'm going to move the keyboard back a little bit. Now also,
this thing's big.
I had an accident with some super glue, so you're going to see some weird markings on my desk with the top-down camera. It's super glue. That just looks disgusting. No, it's something else I'm talking about. This comes off at the end. This is a protective film that's covering up the clear window, so you don't scratch it.
On it.
So
today, or would that be
possibly,
later?
maybe. I got to see if I have any. But let me switch to my other scene by doing top-down camera. And let's shut off the, everybody knows where they are, right? We all know we're watching my channel. So we do not need the arcade title up there, because we want to see...
We have MA in the background, in the side.
Yep. So it's got little thumb screws here. So we're going to take this off. Now, one thing that was really surprising to me about this case is it's extremely lightweight.
Yeah, look.
No, there's no need to right now. Okay, so put that carefully to the side of the desk. Against the edge of the desk.
Yeah.
Now, again, if you've never built a PC,
this will help you.
These little drive bays.
Did I go too far?
Yes. Okay, settle down. I know you're excited, but settle down. So now, when Daddy was little,
can I open this?
I will take care of it. Hold on.
Okay.
So when Daddy was little, these things didn't exist. We had to put the drives in there and then bolt them in.
Then make sure they don't fall over.
Right, but these are nice because you attach the drive to it and then they just slide in and out.
Oh, so that's like how the drives you had? Sad that they, yeah.
So then inside the motherboard case, because you saw how there was the power switches on the side and the little USB connectors on the side. You remember seeing that?
No, I don't remember anything.
Okay, right there, those connectors.
Over here, at the side, yes, I remember.
Those connectors.
Yeah.
They come over to these cables in here.
Oh.
Now, where do you think these cables are going to have to hook
motherboard.
up? On the motherboard.
And then it's the power.
And then the power. Well, the power goes into the motherboard. So we're going to move these out of the way for now, and you can see...
they technically are getting into the power because they connect.
Don't interrupt me.
Sorry.
I will ask you questions, but don't interrupt me, please. So the key is that these cables are going to sit over here for the moment. Mm-hmm. Now, it looks really nice because they've already routed them through the back for us, so that we have some cable management. I know you know that term because I've heard you say it a couple times.
No,
now, what do you think? What do you think these here?
I don't think I've ever said that.
Okay, you did on one other.
You did.
But what do you think these little things here are for?
Motherboards are like for what's it called?
And what they are is they're little step-ups or little screws that rise up a little bit.
Those thumb screws?
No. What do you think?
What was it called? Wait, circuits?
Well, these are rising. They're rising up. What do you think we would need things to rise up for?
In your PC, wasn't there something that was spinning?
No, I'm not talking about that.
I'm confused.
So, all right. Well, you see inside here, you have A equals what? Look inside.
ATX?
Right. What's the M mean?
Micro ATX. So isn't that like video cards?
No.
Or what is it?
So there are tons of different motherboards. Okay, I'll explain. There are a ton of different motherboards out there, different sizes, different styles, and things like that. So they've come up with standard specifications in most cases, and this system is an ATX or micro ATX case, so it can fit either type of board. Now the key is, where you see A and M, that means this is a screw hole that was designed for both specifications. Then in the middle here you have M and M, and that's only for the micro ATX, because it would be a smaller board. Now, this motherboard, we're going to look at it, and we're going to see, does it say on here what kind of motherboard it is?
So, maybe here, AMD, no.
No.
Oh, that's cool. It does have.
Well, you want to look really quickly for the specifications.
Specifications. Is it on here? ATX.
It is an ATX motherboard.
Form factor.
So you can see on
I don't think they do
on here. Yeah, they can.
Oh,
on here.
Form factor ATX.
So the motherboard will tell you what kind of.
It's 305 to 235.
Yeah, those are the specific measurements of it. So now we're going to open this. Now, when you're messing with the motherboard, normally you should have an anti-static cable on your arm so you don't zap the board on accident.
Yeah.
I personally have never used one, even though I should, and I know that. And then I looked for it this time and I couldn't. Now, what that means is take your slippers off. And before we go to touch anything on the board,
yes,
you gotta touch the case.
Why?
So if you get static electricity, you don't zap things.
So
we do not want to use slippers when building a PC. Yep, you're fine. Just tap it. You know, normally you'll go in the winter and you'll be like, "Psst, ow!" And it's just from touching it for a second. Yeah, that's all we gotta do is touch it for a second.
Is this gonna shock you?
No.
Or is it gonna do? What would it do? What do we need? Why do we need?
No, the key is that.
Oh, so we don't shock it.
So we don't shock the electronics. Yeah.
It wouldn't really hurt us, would it?
No.
Oh, so it's like how it shock. If it could, how if two people tapped and it tapped like hold hand and then like shock, they both feel it. It's like if one person didn't feel it and the other person feels it.
Okay, you're confusing me now.
I feel confused.
So now the one thing that's kind of going to be kind of funny here is this has a driver disc, but again, this case doesn't even have a CD drive.
Oops.
So we're going to have to use my computer's CD drive when we go to install the drivers. Now this is just going to be building the PC. The operating system, him and I are going to do offline. There's no need to put you through installing an OS.
You know how to do that.
So the thing is, let's see here. All right, so we got the motherboard here.
That's kind of big and complicated.
No, it's not big and complicated. Well, let's first look at it.
Wait, if that's not complicated, then you must be super duper smart.
Settle down. So what we're going to do now is we're going to visually look at the holes in the motherboard and the little pegs that are standing up from the case. And we're just going to verify that they look like they all match up. That makes sense?
Yep. And I have a question.
What's your question?
A while ago, remember when we saw like the back of the arcade?
I'm not putting any pressure down on the top of this board.
Did you like put all the wires in there like by hand and all that? Because that seems really difficult to do.
It can be. Alright, so we're gently pulling this thing out of here.
Can I hold it?
Yeah, gently.
It's not very heavy, actually.
No, it's not. Don't move it away from me.
Put it down gently. No?
So, on this motherboard, you can see here, this is where that memory stick is going to, instead of having a hard drive in his machine, it's just going to have the flash NAND. And again, that's right here. It's on your head. Right there. And then this thing's got a lot of interfaces. It's got
oh my God.
PS2. It's got 6-channel audio, Ethernet, 2 looks like regular USBs, and then it's got
3.0.
It's got 4 USB 3.0s. It's got HDMI port and DVI on board.
6 what are those? 6 things?
Audio.
Oh.
So that's so you can do 7-channel audio, and it's got 2 more slower USB ports over there.
That's cool.
Now it's got PS2 connections, but we're not going to be using those.
Wait,
and then
PS2 connection?
yeah, it's for old keyboards.
Oh.
But we're going to be using obviously the video on our video card. These are the things where the hard drive would normally kick in or plug in. These are our expansion ports. The video card's going in one of those. Now, where do you think all of these are going to go?
Those
the connectors from the case.
So that connector, like where do I think each one's going to go?
No. Generally, where do you think they're going to go?
Those are all going to go into the motherboard.
Where, though? Where do you see where
like
these
down
might...
here, maybe?
Correct.
Yes, because
Down
I see
there.
there's... Wait, can I look at it for a sec? You can see there's little holes here, and there's like these 4 holes to go in these.
Right.
And that big one you showed
Now,
me
for
a second
example...
ago would go in there.
Now here's the thing that's also different from when I started building PCs is when I started building PCs, these little jumpers here, you see how that little block here?
It's a jumper?
Can come off?
Yeah.
And it goes back on?
Yeah.
Well, when I was younger and I was your age and I was building my own PCs already by then. And I had taught myself. And the key was...
You were smart.
Oh, thank you. But the key was they weren't labeled on the board like this. They were very difficult. You had to look through the manual to find out what each of these things meant.
For like an hour, and then eventually notice that you're looking through the wrong one.
So then what we'd have to do is also for the type of processor you would get, you'd have to probably set 4 or 5 of these in different places.
Oh.
And even plugging in the drives, you had to set some to master and slave and reconfigure little pins on the back of those.
And what do these do?
Well, we're going to cover that. Well, this one here, this is one thing that's really cool.
The jumper thing.
Oh, it's like there's settings.
Oh.
So when this little, so you see there's 3 little pins total?
Yeah.
When I put the jumper on there, I'm telling it, connect these 2, which tells the motherboard a different instruction.
Could you connect only one, possibly?
No.
Oh, but that's cool. That's I'm learning. I'm learning a lot.
Let's see.
Here.
Somebody's trying to... Okay, Candy's talking to me. I'll talk to her in a little bit.
Just tell her, look on YouTube.
Yeah, right. Okay, so now what we're looking at is we're looking at where these holes are.
Hi, bro.
So look on here where the holes are.
Wait, 2 are watching.
Okay, well, hey, somebody's watching.
Yeah.
Let me put up on the chat, too, so we can see if anybody's trying to chat.
Yeah.
It's kind of rude of me not to have that. Oh, yeah. The Super Morify. Yes, it's good. Sorry, Spy. I just looked at this, and sorry, Raul. I do not know Spanish.
We just need Google Translate.
Yeah, but that would take too long right now. So the thing is that yes, this is going to be my son Alex's gaming rig. And again, all these specs came from Linus Tech Tips. So I'm allowing an AMD into my house, which I've never done before. Okay, so the type of processor you're going to have. Okay, so up here we have a hole there. The screw hole's there.
We do.
Then this is over here.
I think I saw that. Yeah, there's one right there.
Okay, and then we have that one just here. And they're the same distance. Oh, wait a minute. That one, this back corner here isn't going to be used.
Maybe it's for like extra if you had something else.
No, I actually think the machine missed drilling the hole somehow. No, because it doesn't have any of the rivets. Okay, so we can leave it there because it's not contacting anything. Okay, so then we have these 2 holes. And then the bottom doesn't actually connect to anything either. But is that going to touch? What's that going to touch, though?
I noticed something that, the little hole back here, I don't think it would have to go in here, right? Right here?
Hold on. Let me look at this. Okay, so that's definitely ATX up there. The only thing that's concerning me is on the board here, I don't see a hole corresponding to this top one. And down here, I don't see another hole corresponding to this one.
So
plus the distance seems off. Yeah, we got the right one. This is definitely an ATX board.
Is it the right case?
Yeah. This is actually the exact case that was recommended. But the thing is, this just seems too far away. So what we're going to do is we're going to lower this down into position
Maybe
where
it
it would be.
Maybe previous version.
No, the ATX is a standard that doesn't change.
Oh.
Okay, so we have
And
that hole's there.
This exact one.
Okay, so these little things on the back don't actually matter because you can see these are just not even touching. Now, Alex, why do we need any of these things here? These little things that are lifting things off the ground. Why do we need any of that?
To help with air?
That's a good guess, but no. What would happen if we didn't have this lifted away from all of this?
I don't know. Could they help? If anyone
Well,
still...
the issue would be if this was sitting on the board, on the metal, then all those little metal pieces on the back,
Oh, they fall out.
they'd be touching the other metal. and it could short circuit.
That's bad.
So what these little things are doing is they're rising the board away from the metal, so it's kind of floating.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Right?
I've never done this. I've never.
And that's
really
fine.
seen
That's
this,
why
still,
we're doing
this.
this.
Is good.
So now,
Even if I can say I don't know, I still will get a good answer out of it.
yep, you still get to learn. Now the thing that I'm confused about a little bit is this one here has a little peg coming up. So is there a...
What are those?
I'm not sure. Well, I think a lot of these are case screws for the extra fans, if we got a bunch of extra fans or something. But there should be...
Oh, those are zip ties?
Well, there should be screws.
Zip ties. Oh, for wires?
Wire management.
And there's someone else watching now.
That's cool.
Hello.
So let's see. So these here, I believe... Yep, those too small. So these are the size we need for screwing in the motherboard. You're going to do this part. You know what this is for?
Nope.
So most of the parts come with a little sticker that you can put on the case if you choose to. We'll do that at the very end, after everything starts up correctly. So,
and now there's another person.
What I think I'm going to do, just so that we don't completely lose the screws, is I want to put them in position for you, and then you're going to screw them in.
Oh, I think it's thumb screws?
No.
Oh.
You have to use a screwdriver. Yeah. Which is why I want to go ahead and get them in position, is so that they don't fall inside the case.
Yep.
And I do apologize, guys. It is Christmas morning. I am in my pajamas, and I am happily in my pajamas.
And hey, I have pajamas pants on. These are the Yetis.
Pajama pants. So again, I'm making sure I don't have any static built up.
By a certain person.
Oh no. See, even Day is doing it.
Oh.
So we're going to first get the board in there. This also allows me to verify I got the right screws. Yep, I do. I do. And then we're going to put...
Someone else left.
No. That's fine. They're just checking in.
I know.
Like I said, a lot of people that know how to build computers, this is not going to be very interesting for. But we're doing it also so that your family members can watch us and know how to build a computer.
So please invite them along as I learn what this all is, and I help out to make my own computer.
Okay, so we are just screwing these puppies in here.
Hello, person.
I'm just getting them ready. Getting them kind of in spot. Oh. No. And then there's one more. Oh man, they made that one really hard to get to. Now the key is that as we're doing this, do not let the screwdriver jump around at all. Because there are a lot of other metal parts that we don't want to touch. Right?
That could zap either us or it, right?
Well, we don't want to bend anything or have an issue like this is. Where we leave.
I'll get it.
What do you think would happen? Yep, what would you think would happen if we accidentally left a screw in the case that didn't belong in there?
Put it up, something might happen, like it might cut something, or...
Well, no, it would short circuit. It could make two metal pieces that aren't supposed to touch.
And go...
And then throw sparks everywhere and break things and burn things out, and little poof of smoke comes up from the computer, and that's not good.
And it's now gone.
Okay, so now, all the places that we can reach the screw holes, I've got screws in. So very gently, come on over here. And you're going to, you see that screw?
Yeah.
Go ahead and gently.
That way?
Yep.
Let's turn it this way.
Yep.
Think I got it enough?
Just do it a little bit tight. Just a little bit tight.
Spain to fall off its grip.
Don't do it so tight that it tries to fall away.
No, I mean, like I'll be turning and suddenly it rises a bit. With the thing.
That's plenty tight enough.
Okay.
Okay.
Next one. Oh, there's another one there.
Get your handle. You don't want to put your screwdriver over because if you drop it. Okay, so there's one up there.
Here.
Mm-hmm. Very carefully.
Is that right?
Yep. Now with both hands. Now don't push hard. Push down hard because if you slip and you're pushing hard, it'll stab the computer. Okay, so I think that's good enough. Let me check it. No, we need a little bit more. So you want it to be tight, but not like breaking tight. Where's another one we haven't done? Over on this side?
Over here?
There's one in there, yep.
Right here?
Mm-hmm. Look, this is made where you can put your finger on top of there.
Oh.
Or your thumb, whichever one, and then turn. Is that easier?
Yeah.
Okay. And then there's one down here.
I'm gonna do my thumb this time. Test.
Now, I already know the answer, so I'm not asking you for what you think. I'm asking to see if you might guess it, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think we should do next?
I think next we shouldn't put anything else in it yet, though.
Okay, until when?
Until we're certain that everything's correct. Should we like
we
check
can't
to make sure that everything is right correct
well,
in here?
That's on there tight. That's not going anywhere.
Mm.
What part do you think we should install next?
We should probably install. See, what parts do we have here?
Well, the thing is once we start putting stuff in here, right?
Yeah.
Will it be easy to run these?
No.
Because there'll be stuff in our way, right?
Yeah, so we should put some.
So let's do this. Here's the thing where you get very lucky. Because like I said, I used to have to look through manual and see J46. And you see how all these wires are all together?
Yeah.
When I was little, all the wires were separate, one by one. Now you have nice little blocks that have one of the holes are filled. See how that one hole's filled? Mm-hmm. And the boards are labeled.
Oh.
They're labeled now.
Wait. That one is missing one of its little peg things?
Mm-hmm.
So does it go in audio?
But wait. Okay, so look at all of them. Is there anything else on there that says audio?
Let's see. No.
Okay, so the only thing that says audio has how many pins in there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, it's right.
Okay, and you see one of the pins is missing?
Yep, the bottom.
So which way do you think this would go?
It goes like that.
Okay, so go ahead and gently push it in there.
Turn it.
And if it doesn't want to go, don't force it.
Just push it in?
Mm-hmm. Make sure.
I think it's overdone. Why can't you force it?
Because you can crack the board. Okay, so that one's in there. Good job. Now let's look and see what the next option is. We have... What's this one?
I think 3.
This says HDD LED. What do you think HDD stands for?
HDD. It doesn't say HDD anywhere in here, but LED. It doesn't say anything else on it, like 1. It doesn't say 1 on it really, but HD. That'd probably be video, right?
That's a good guess, but this is HDD. So if I said disk drive, what do you think the H stands for?
Wait a second. I need to think. Can you tell me, is it a complicated word before?
No. Nope. That's fine. Hard disk drive.
Oh, hard.
So what we're going to do though.
Drive.
Yep. I think I know which pin it is. I think it's this one that says D LED.
Underscore LED 1.
For drive LED. Yep. But, because we're talking about the motherboard, we're going to go ahead and look it up to make sure.
Yep.
So let's see.
Can I do it?
Yep. Let's look through. What we're looking for.
Contents?
Well, no. We're just looking for a spec of the motherboard. See how this has a motherboard picture?
LED CPU, D LED 1/D. It is.
Right, well that doesn't tell us if that's specifically what that is. So let's keep going and see if there's something about... See, those are used for digital LED strips. So that's not what we want. So DLED means digital LED. So somewhere on here, and sometimes the motherboard thing goes, or the thing goes all by itself.
Hard drive HD.
Okay.
Then
look, so what's that say?
Front panel.
Oh, so this is where things are different. What's nice is yours is at least color coded. So look, we have the hard drive one here. Okay. So look for the one that says what's the thing on the board's gonna say.
Wait a minute. Wait. So I'm just looking at this for a second. It would say F_panel. That's right there.
Okay. So then where's the HD gonna go?
HD hard drive activity LED.
Okay.
HD plus.
And we have
HD
okay, so on there we have plus and minus. So which side's the plus going on?
It's going on the left side.
Like that?
Yes.
Okay, and what color?
Where would we find color?
You said the color a while ago.
Oh, power yellow and purple.
No.
Wait, no? Wait. Boil.
Okay, so see down here blue.
There
and
it
the
is.
plus is that way.
Yep.
So in there very gently. Uh-oh. There we go. Very gently it sits in there.
Yep.
Okay, so let's grab another cord here.
Can I hold it?
Yep, which one's this?
I'll read it. It says Power SW. Power SW. So, looking at this. So, SW probably means switch. So, looking for. There's power switch would be up here with the power switch red.
Red, okay.
Yep, red's there. So
Now it
that's correct.
says plus and minus.
Yes.
But this doesn't have plus and minus on it. Do you know why?
Does it matter?
It really doesn't matter because all it's doing is connecting the wire. So we're going to go ahead and just stick it on the red. Oop. Gotta get the fit in there. So it's on those two pins. Now the only reason why I'm doing this part is because those pins break very easily. So let's see, what's our next cable? As I said, I know we're missing some small cables. Okay, here we go. So which one's this? Ah, can't see it either.
I can read it. Reset switch.
Okay, so where does that one go?
It goes to reset green.
Green.
Right next to the boil.
Oh, yes. And because of the other hard drive thing, the label was facing out. I'm going to assume that the label should face out on this too. And plus, it's a reset switch, so it really doesn't matter because all it's really doing. Remember I explained to you the jumpers? When you press a switch, it's like a jumper for a second.
And for the jumpers, it's a setting.
Okay, so let's
So
see.
if you have tons of little places for a jumper to go, it's like multiple
Oh,
settings.
this one sucks. You know why?
There's two things.
And they're separate.
Let's see, it says Power LED plus and Power LED minus. So there's 3 here. Power LED. Power LED. Up here it says yellow and purple. There's...
Oh no, we need
Wait.
a flashlight. Hold on.
Can I go get one?
No, there's one right here.
Oh.
Do, do,
Can I hand it to you?
No, you can use it. There it is. Go ahead and turn that on.
And that's with the back?
Twist it.
With the front?
Twist. There you go. Alright, so let's look in here. So there's yellow there.
2 for it.
And see all there? You see also there's a plus and minus written down on the bottom?
Mm-hmm.
See P-L-E-D?
Yeah.
So which one's plus?
The front one's plus.
This one's plus.
Mm-hmm.
So plus needs to be on this side, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to carefully
And now you look in the manual to see.
put the minus on this side and the plus on this side. Oh, and I need light. Again, we're just going to be very careful not to bust that pin. Okay, that's in there.
It should ruin this all if it does.
Yeah, it would be bad. So what else do we have? What other cable are we missing?
Just put that there.
Those cables are hooked up. Now we have this one thick cable that doesn't say what it is.
So.
But what else was on the front of this thing besides the switches and the buttons?
In front?
And the audio. What was also on the front?
There was, weren't there places for cables?
What kind of cables?
There's place for, is that Ethernet?
No. Oh, that one's for a drive too. Okay. But
those are for USB.
USB.
Yeah, USB drives.
So
USB sticks.
look on the front here. And do you see anything on here that would fit this?
USB.
Now, which way should it go?
Oh, this has all of its squares.
Right, but how do we know which way it goes in?
So, there's a little thing here.
Okay, so which way here? Which way does it go?
So it's the size of it. The size, is it actually? Just looking for size. I think it will go here.
Mm-hmm.
Put it in.
Gently. Your pins aren't lined up. You're too high. It's got to fit in there just right. You can't force it. Down a little bit.
It's trying to get out.
That was a scary one. I don't like it when it does that. It just takes so long, and then it makes a weird pop noise. I don't like that.
Yeah,
all right, so those are now hooked up, right?
Yes.
So the next step
Do we
for
have
us,
any more?
not right now, is that off or on?
Oh, that's on still.
Twist it so it turns off. Okay. So now we have all this extra cable. We don't want to leave it out there, right? We want it to look nice inside this case.
Yep.
So we're going to flip this around. We're going to undo the thumb screws right here on this side. And we are going to pop off this back panel like that.
That was loud.
And now we have cables. Oh, what's this one here? Oh, that was for something that came with the case. Let's see.
I know.
What do you think that's for?
I think that's the also power LED.
No, you're just guessing. Where does it go to?
That would go in the hut.
No, where does the wire go to?
The wire goes to the motherboard, right?
No. Look where it goes to. Like inside the machine. Where's it going to?
So going up there. I can't really see it.
Look in there. Where's it go? Is there a clear thing in there?
Yeah, there's a little circle there.
Let's see what the clear thing is.
Careful.
Go ahead and look.
Is that for like a fan?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
See, there it is right there. And it's going right here.
Oh.
So that's a fan we're going to have to hook up. But that wire was only visible from the back side here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this wire. See right here?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to run it through this hole. Now what we're going to do, though, too, is we're going to turn this around. We'll turn it this way while we find out where that piece is.
Yep.
And then we're going to put the case over here so the camera can see us a little more.
Mm-hmm.
Now we had that fan that's sitting right out here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we're going to flip this down. And we're going to look in the manual for where a case fan is.
So,
because this would be considered a case fan.
Holding the place here and looking for a case fan in here. Is looking and also keeping my spot.
Mm-hmm.
And don't think it's good.
Now there are different types of fans in a system. You either have system fans, sometimes called case fans, or a CPU fan.
Mm-hmm.
This is a system fan.
System fan. Would it be in the motherboard?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have to connect it to the motherboard because the motherboard will control how fast it is or slow it is based on how...
No, that's LED thing. So... So what system fan is 4? 1, 2, 8.
What did I say? You were right there.
Oh, right here. Fan headers. Right here.
Okay. So we have a CPU fan there. System fan 1.
Yeah.
Where's that at?
System fan 1 is from on here. On here.
Okay, look at the
You mean on here?
which number?
It'd be...
These numbers are different than these numbers. Look down here.
Oh.
Sorry.
So... I'm confused.
Okay. What is it we're looking for?
We're looking for where system fan 1 goes.
Right, so look in here, see if you see any of that.
There's... yeah.
Okay, so it's saying system fan 1, 2, and 3 all have the number 4. So where on the motherboard would that be based on the map up there?
It would be... there's 4 here, 4 there, a 4 there.
Okay, so let's look at the motherboard. Where on that is here?
So... 1 right there. Then down here, there's another one that's 3. And 2 is over here.
Okay, so we wanted to go on to 1. So where's that going?
Onto 1, that would be going over here.
Correct. Now, that is kind of far for us. We want the connection to be closer. So which one's closest to where this wire is? That would also blend in with the rest.
This is... closest one is right here.
Okay. So looking at this cable, you see how there's that little groove right there?
Yeah. Wait, let me see it for a second. There's only 3 dots.
Right. But you see where the groove is?
Mm-hmm.
What's the... get your flashlight. So looking at that connector,
Yeah.
what's the only 3 that it would fit on? Because of that groove.
This one.
Right, but which 3 pins?
It'd be on system fan, the system fan ones.
Right. But all of those are system fan ones. This system can take a fan that has 4 pins for different speeds and stuff. Well, more information than that. This has only 3 pins, but because of this little plastic, see how it's a bump? Where will it only fit?
Only fit in system fan 3.
Right, but which 3 pins? Because there's 4 pins. Which 3 do we need to connect to?
Those 3 that are near the left side.
Near you?
Yes.
See, yes, because look.
And leave out the one that was on the right.
Right, because see, that's the only way it'll fit.
Yep.
Okay, so now all the connectors for the case are finished, right?
Yep.
So now what we're going to do is we're going to look at
I'm kind of scared when you do
this
that.
side. I know.
The entire motherboard's just going to fall over and explode.
So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the extra slack out of here. And we're going to make sure that the wires are running nice and underneath the edge of the board so it's hidden well, right? Because we want this thing to look... Oh, and you know what we could do also?
What?
We're going to disconnect this connector, right? And instead of running it through the whole front, where else can we run it?
Through here. Or here.
Exactly. So then this will come only through this little bleep. So what we're showing you is instead of running the cables all around here, we're just running them just where they pop out, right there. Like that. You could probably do that with these too, right?
Which ones?
All of these.
Because of your arms and
Hold on, so we're gonna pop this part. I don't like making that noise. Alright, so we're gonna undo these.
All?
Yep, and the reason why is because it'll look so much better if we just run them through that one hole instead of underneath this part right here. So go ahead,
That scares me.
instead of going through here, we're gonna run them through here. So it'll
Don't
look
let it
better.
fall
No, I won't let it fall. So we're gonna pull these out gently because we don't want to rip the ends off any of them, right? And because you already know how to connect them, I'm gonna reconnect them this time, okay?
Okay.
We're gonna run these through this bottom space like that. And that way, it'll look a lot cleaner when we're done. And the wires will only come out where they need to come out. So what we're doing now is getting these back out of the way. We're looking at... Yeah. Get that out of there. Actually, this USB thing can go where it needs to go. Right in there. Right?
Yes.
And then we have the fan, which we can run over here.
Oh no, we need to keep this here so it doesn't roll away again.
Yeah, is it powered off?
Huh?
Is it powered off?
Yes. I mean,
okay. I do need it.
It was closed. This was closed.
So we're looking again at where the hard drive light is. Whoop. We got the reset switch.
Did something happen?
Is the green. The power switch is the red. I'm trying to keep my head out of the view.
Look,
Alex,
F-panel?
you gotta watch where your head is. See how you're blocking off the camera view completely?
Oh.
So just one step that way. No, just one step that way so you're
I
not...
have to do this.
Or me.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
have
that's
to,
fine.
Because it's inverted. It's
That's...
sadly inverted.
Well, you're just not used to looking at that camera view the way I am.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we have the hard drive LED. And the labels facing out.
It'd be cool if we put that on the front layer.
And then we have the power here. And the power, you said positive was to the left, which it is.
For what?
Which means...
The F audio?
No, for the hard drive.
F panel?
Or the power LED.
Power LED. Yes, the left side is it.
Right. So those are now back in.
Chassis and truce and header is the only
Chassis.
Chassis?
Uh-huh.
It's probably the only one on the F panel that has the right side being positive.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So let me explain what those things are that we're not using. Speak is something new. That is well, no. There used to always be speakers in the front of the PC that would just go beep. However,
why?
Because they didn't have sound cards back then. Machines just went beep, and you could do different tones of beep, but it was all beep.
I can't believe thousands of beeps sound like words. But remember, that's how they did it for the Sonic game at the beginning, for every Sega game, the beginning.
No, it's just sound wave.
Yeah, but it isn't actually, an actual voice. It's just that...
It was a recording.
Oh, it was?
Yeah. Somebody went, Sega! I
didn't know they really could do that.
Yeah,
like that.
But it used a lot of memory.
Yeah.
Okay, so what the switches are that we're not using on that was a speaker, but CI is chassis intrusion. So there could be a sensor right here, a little switch. And as long as the switch stays closed, the machine would always say everything's fine. But if somebody took the case off and the little switch went off, next time you started the system, it would say somebody's been in the chassis. Somebody opened it up. But
and why would that be? And that would be helpful because
if it was a secure system that you wanted to be notified anytime somebody tried to open it.
Why would they open it?
To maybe try to get into the machine like they weren't supposed to by hacking a password or things like that.
Yeah.
Then you can find out that way.
There's a thumb screw here.
So what I'm looking at right now...
There's a place for a thumb screw there.
Yep. Well, hold on. I'm looking right now at...
You took the thumb screws out.
Right now what I'm looking at is zip tying this to there.
Just saying, Dad, why did you take that one out, though?
Which one?
Right there.
No, there's no place to mount it.
Oh, there isn't?
Mm-mm.
It's just an empty hole there.
Yeah, exactly. So sometimes they don't go on there. So now this case has these, see these little holes here?
Yeah.
So what we can do
zip tie
is I'm going to send it through here. We're going to go back through here and I'm going to need you to pull it. So we're attaching it to here. So those wires will be hidden. And the inside of your case, especially since you have a glass panel on your case or a plexiglass panel, it's going to look so much better than any computer Daddy's ever had. So go ahead and grab that.
Where? The
little plastic piece sticking up.
Yeah.
Pull it. Keep going. Make it tighter. Go down if you have to. Pull down. There you go. Right.
That's enough as much as I can do.
That's fine. And then lastly...
My still kind of, like... for some reason, even if you haven't been, like really... Your hands have just been, kind of free for a while.
Okay.
It's, not really doing anything. As soon, you'll feel, slippery, kind of.
I don't understand personally, but okay.
I don't know how to say it. It's just weird.
Okay. Well, what we need now is those blue scissors. Grab those. And let's see if this is an angle. Okay, so do you want me to cut this part and you cut the one back here?
Okay. Boom.
There we go. Where'd the piece go?
Right there.
Okay, go ahead and... so over here, very carefully, get serious. Because you're going to cut that without cutting these wires. Get close.
There.
As close as you can. Yeah, make sure you're not cutting anything else.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, let me put your scissors up a little closer. Hold on. Do that. Go for it. There you go. Throw that away. Look how clean that is. Okay, there's a trash can right behind me.
Is this also part of it?
Yep. That's a zip tie.
Yeah, 3?
Yep. Well, no, there was 2, but the other one was a zip tie. Okay, so you can see back here, look how clean this is.
Well, that looks good.
And we're going to show our audience. Nice clean back there. So now there shouldn't be...
Don't drop it.
Well, the thing is what's the next thing that's going to require us to run stuff back here? Should we put this panel back on yet?
Nope.
Alright, so the one thing we are going to do, though, is we're going to check to see to make sure that the panel will fit when we're done. That we haven't blocked anything off.
Yep.
So we're going to put the panel in place. And we're going to verify that it will still close, and it does very easily. Luckily, yours, and I haven't seen this either in the cases I've had in the past, they've bubbled them out now. So that you can wire cables and stuff like that and not have a problem.
Oh.
Make sense?
Yep.
Okay, so now Now what we're going to do, what do you think is the next thing that a machine needs to survive?
The next thing it needs to survive is actually be able to survive, able to...
Oh, I'm sorry.
To be able to...
What I mean to say, and it's funny, is because I've never built machines in this order, but now that for the first time in my life, I'm worried about how the cables will go. Mm-hmm. What's the part that has the most power next? Or the most cables next?
That would be,
Say power supply.
The thing that powers it?
Yes, what is that called?
That would be called... What was it doing? It's called power supply.
Power supply, wow! Alright, you're not dumb. You are certainly not dumb. So this big bad boy is 650 watts. This is a very good power supply for what you're going to have in here. You're not even really going to be powering hard drives, which is crazy. This thing's got so much juice. And the motor. So then... Very odd. Okay. Now one thing I love about this power supply, you're not going to have extra cables for no reason at all sitting in the case. One thing I also am a little bit jealous about with your motherboard, and I don't know, mine might have it too, is yours is made, the newer ones are made to add your own LEDs and control them by the motherboard. Back not too long ago, you'd have to buy extra things to put more LEDs on the motherboard. Alright, so let's see. This is one of the other heavy parts of a computer build. Look at this bad boy.
Can I try to hold it?
Mm-hmm.
It isn't really that heavy.
No. But the thing is, the old power supplies used to have just a whole bunch of cables coming out of them. And even if you didn't want to use them, they were still coming out of it. And you'd have to bundle them up behind everything.
What's that smell?
That's newness. Smell it. No, smell it.
It's dusty.
It doesn't... No, it smells like metal and plastic and processing.
That makes sense.
Now the thing is...
How do you smell processing?
Like that it's been processed. It's got an eco mode. I'm gonna leave that off.
How can you smell that?
Well, it just smells like it's been made, it's been produced, and it's brand new.
Can you smell that? Can you smell it so much that
it's brand new? Okay, so then I'm not sure which way this goes, but you see how we actually get to plug everything in only if we want to use it?
Yeah.
That's very nice, believe me. So let's see, which way does this go in? Does it go in? Does it fit? No, the cable's in the way. I got to move.
You can't move that.
I know, hold on. Oh, duh. Good call, buddy. So I'm going to move that over here.
You can't pull it.
Damn it. Damn it.
Why are you trying to pull it?
Hold on, I gotta run that one cable around this way.
Why were you trying to pull it, though?
Because I thought I could easily pull it around and it wouldn't be a problem.
When something was right there.
But I was wrong. Okay, and actually it's in there better now than it was before, so that's fine. And now...
Oh, it holds that.
It can sit in there nice and pretty. Yep, and that still looks good. Okay, so now let's see if this will fit. I just don't know which way.
Can I see
that screw hole?
Can I see the other side of this? That wouldn't fit in there, would it?
Oh.
See?
But also, see, this is also different than when I used to build machines, because they actually built it where the name should face the correct direction. You see this fan that goes out the bottom? Mm-hmm. My old fans would have a fan here. They'd have a fan here. They maybe have a fan on top. This has a fan that goes out the bottom. And if you look here, we have a little screen. Now check this out. The dust filter.
Cool.
None of Daddy's computers had dust filters like this. You again have a cool feature that is technically new, and I don't. So congratulations, Sam.
Thank you.
And then we're going to look in here.
For Christmas?
Mm-hmm. I'm going to look in here. So this is not. There it goes. Still not lining up all the way. There it goes.
Did it crush anything?
Nope. We're good on all sides. The only thing is it is touching that. Okay. There we go. So now we have this thing sitting here.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be ready to go. So what we need to do now is we need to screw it in here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is it these screws that I need? There's a bunch of screws in here. It's the screws right here. So they came with 4 screws.
Mm-hmm.
These are to mount this sucker on there.
And those are screwdriver screws, right?
Yep. We just need to see. Yep, they're Phillips head as well. Where'd our screwdriver go?
I think it's right here.
All right. So this you can do yourself. So we're gonna do. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're doing this, this,
yeah,
this, and this. Okay. I know.
There.
Mm-hmm. Use both hands.
Ready. Put in.
Make sure the screw's going in straight, or it'll strip. Push her. Oh. I think you need a better screwdriver too. Are you pushing harder, or is it just not moving easy?
I think it's getting very tight.
I see. What's that? This, you don't have to worry about as bad.
I'm trying to be gentle to it.
It's not. It's trying to strip. What the hell? And it's not even. Yeah, that's weird. Okay.
Is there stuff in there?
No.
What do you mean it's trying to strip?
It was not grabbing the thread all the way. Let me try this one here. Not drop these. We're not getting this bottom one.
Just screws.
Okay. Okay, now we do
This one?
this one here.
All of this one ready? I'll fold it.
Sorry, I got that one.
And this one's ready.
Okay, that one should go up here.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's got a special
There's a
screw
place
hole
down
for that.
there too.
Yeah, you're right. We'll go down there. Okay.
Plus that hole, before you put that one in, that hole,
Alright.
take all the other ones.
So there's our power supply. Now, should we connect the power to the things we already have, or should we come back to that and do it later? What should we do?
I don't really know.
Yeah, we should connect the power for the things that we already have in there. So that would be the motherboard.
Mm-hmm.
Now, see, this is nice. These cables say what they do on them. VGA. We're not doing the video graphics adapter at this time. Not yet. So that's not what we need yet. Peripherals. These are connectors for drives. Your freaking machine's not even going to have drives in it.
CPU.
CPU. What's a CPU?
So.
No, what is the CPU?
Like in this right now.
In the computer, what is the CPU?
It doesn't. This is something that. Like. It helps with handling some certain things. I know that.
Well, no,
I don't know.
okay. That's fine. It was a decent guess.
Does it help with graphics?
No.
Mm-hmm.
So the processor, the thing that allows the computer to think, the computer's brain, some processors require extra power just for the processor. This doesn't look to require that right now.
So this, and if
we might need it. We'll know.
This would help it?
It would give it extra power.
So it does help it.
Yeah. Now this is SATA cables. This is for disk drives. But again, you've got a cool new type of drive that doesn't need those. So look how many cables we're not having to use.
Wow.
My computer, I'd use all of those cables.
And all of these.
This is another video card in case, or video cable in case you had two of them.
Can I read them?
Yeah, what's that one?
This is another SATA.
Yep, do we need SATA right now?
Nope.
Okay, what's that one?
These or this? What is this? This is...
Oh, that's pretty cool they included that.
DST. It's not really...
This is in case you had another fan, but you didn't have enough power to handle it.
Is MB megabyte?
This would allow you to hook up another fan.
MB megabyte?
No. What could it mean?
This is MB.
Right, what could it mean? What are the major computer parts we're hooking up?
The major... Motherboard.
Motherboard, correct.
You need this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can I undo it?
Yeah.
So... Yes. I think that one person's us.
Maybe. Yeah, so we have two very big cables here. Now...
These go into the motherboard, right?
These...
I think that will go into over... Where is it?
Correct.
Over
Come over here.
Here?
Look over here.
That's TPM.
No.
No, right here.
Right. Does that look like it at all that would fit this kind of bracket with these little weird shapes?
Yes, actually.
Okay, look in the manual.
Which is right here. What do I need to look for? Here? The motherboard?
What is this connecting to?
That's connected to the power supply, right?
Right. So what for the motherboard would you need to try to figure out?
Where to put it?
Where the power of the motherboard is.
There's power something. I'm gonna go to
your main map. Oh, there might be another power jack up here. Oh, yeah, there is. Okay. There's another power jack that we're going to have to look at. But anyway.
I'm looking for the...
Alright, let me do this. I'm going to hold this up here, this side. Because if you look, you see how this is two separate pieces? On here, look over here. On the connectors.
Oh, we do need the
Is that one piece? Well, no. The whole point of these cables is that you only add what you need.
Oh.
But we need motherboard.
There's a motherboard right there.
Right, but is it two separate connectors or is it one connector on this side?
There's one. Wait. Is that two or one? That looks like two. Can I see this?
Why do you think it looks like two?
Yeah, it is two. There's a kind of line right here. See?
And then there's two.
It's a hollowed out line going across it where the normally.
Right, and then there's two little notches for it to plug into right here. See the little notches underneath?
Yeah, I saw.
So there's two.
So right here.
So that helps us because that tells us it's got to be this that plugs in on this side.
Because on this, if you kind of instead these are the lines here. If they were poking out, you'd see that next to each other.
Right.
This would still be indented where before.
So
nothing would
that means that this side is going to hook into the motherboard. So this one's very easy. Look at the motherboard and tell me the only place where this is going to fit.
Right there.
Exactly.
ATX.
See, you were overcomplicating it. So we pushed that in. Now this one.
But I was
really good. You were just thinking about it too much. The answer was right there.
I was trying to help explain it though.
I know, but the only thing that's going to fit is in this spot. And this part scares me because every single time you push these in, you hear the board go crack, but it doesn't actually crack. It's just, it's under a lot of pressure.
Hello?
Now,
here you go. Crack.
What we're going to do
Hello there.
is inside the case, we're going to run the cable down through here so that it doesn't stay in the case long at all. So we're going to move that out of the way. Yep, run it through here, please.
Through there?
Right through here.
So that's
There's
one piece. And just back it up a bit. There's two pieces.
Okay, so we're going to run that. Help feed it through.
As far as it looks like it'll really go.
No, it'll go. Look how good that looks. Doesn't that look so much better?
Yeah.
So you don't have... You go look inside Daddy's case.
Right now?
Yeah. Go look at my case. Mine is disgusting. And I'm going to cut off that zip tie that we put on. Because we're going to run this one with it. Just take the flash... There's a small vent where the video card is. You can see the video card. Yeah, just look... No, on the side. Yeah, see the hole? Look in there. It's pretty bad. Right?
Yeah, but there's not really much room to see anything.
I know, but how much cleaner is yours going to be? Alright, so...
Especially because hearing kind of matters a bit more because you can see inside a lot.
Right, because you have a nice clear case.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so where do you think is the closest that these wires could come out and look the best?
So...
Put your finger through that hole on this side where it's closest to where those motherboard connectors are.
Down here.
I agree. So we're going to run that through here. Now this part you do. You see the one that's longer and you see the one that's shorter. Yeah, let me flip the case back on its butt. Back on its butt. Okay, so connect those into where the should be for the motherboard.
So I need to do this. So wait.
There's a flashlight. I'll give you some.
This needs to be turned, and it needs to twist or something. Which way should be?
Oh, where's the flashlight?
The flashlight's over here.
Yeah, let me see it. I'll give you some light.
The problem is, we need to do.
So which one's the long one? Which one's the short one?
This one's the long one. This one's the short one.
Okay, which one's close on up? Which one's top?
This one.
Okay. Don't force it. Make sure it's lined up before you push it in there. Which way's the little ridge? Which way's the little ridge?
Wait, this is in the middle.
Okay. Right.
Oh, it's down here.
Right.
So never mind this. It needs to go like this.
Correct. Go more right. Right. There you go. Push the hell out of that one. Need a little assistance?
That's as far as I can do it.
Okay. It's gonna click. Listen. Hear it click?
Yep.
No. That one.
Here.
Again, we're just looking for where that little ridge is, and I heard it click that time. Look how clean that looks.
It was easier because it was smaller.
Now, we're gonna again take out the extra slack, right? This looks nice and
in yours,
nice and pretty.
Wall space in yours.
Yeah, but it's fill up with garbage. Mine looks horrible.
What do you mean with garbage?
It's just mine's horrible. Okay, so then we can now remove this. You can remove that if you want that little plastic. Okay.
Is that also plastic or is that
now up there? You see a connector up there?
Yeah. ATX 12V.
Uh-huh.
Is that what this is?
No. It would be... That might be this one.
So,
look at that. I believe that's where the CPU one should be.
This has two.
I think that's correct, but let's check this to make sure. So, oh, wrong one. So we're going to go in here. We're going to look at so up here, see number 1? ATX 12V. So then ATX either 2x4
is this.
And is the mainly supplies the power to the what?
To the CPU.
And what's that cable say on it?
CPU.
Bingo.
And this is 2x2 on here, right?
That's 2x4, so 2
Oh.
times 4.
Oh.
So,
And is this
go ahead and undo that cable.
Undo it?
Yep.
Okay.
And again, like last time, I'll plug it into the board, then you plug it into the power supply.
Okay.
And which way
Done.
should we route that cable?
So,
How can we hide this cable as best as possible and still make it down to the bottom? See, I don't think we can go all the way over here and then go behind. Can we? Oh, we might be able to. You know what I mean? Have it go up here?
Yeah.
On the top so it looks nice?
Yeah.
We might be able to do that. I would love to try.
Yeah.
Your machine's going to be freaking awesome, dude. It's going to be so cool.
Thank you. You got me this for Christmas.
I know. So I'm going to teach Hunter and Jimmy how to do this too. But you are my guinea pig, sir.
Did Hunter know?
He does now. Your Aunt Candy told him that he thought he was just going to be, he's going to end up rebuilding what's now his old computer since he got a computer this morning too. Plus, like I said, we want him to bring his new computer so you guys can play games together and stuff. What better way to get used to playing Fortnite on a computer than with your cousin who's also learning how to play it on a computer? So we're going to go through the top on this one, right? I'm going to see if we can get it to go.
Yep.
What we can do on this.
Why do you run it through there?
I wonder if we can get this to somehow stay up there like that. Yeah, we could zip tie that possibly, but we gotta make sure, yep, see, it won't fit through there like that. That won't fit, which sucks. Because that means this cable is gonna have to go in. Maybe we can do, well, let's connect it and then see how we can route it. Right? So we could possibly just go to this side. Let's see. Where's it gonna go?
Okay. It's gonna go in here.
Okay. So plug it face down over there.
Should we have done this first?
No, it's fine.
Yeah, because it's all the way done.
Oh, believe me, this is nothing yet.
So, I should do slide. You keep trying to turn this way.
Alright, just don't pull on the board.
Oh, wait. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it.
Well, you got smaller hands than I do, dude. There you go. You got the right idea.
He keeps trying to pull.
Right. Oh, move this cable on this side of the thing. Put it on that side of the cage.
And it also keeps trying to move too. Even though.
It's frustrating. Do you want me to remove the other two first?
You do this part?
Hold on. No. This is I will put those two back. You go ahead and put that in now. There you go.
Wait. Is this I'm just gonna try? This one. Up and go.
Hard. And on the bottom. There you go.
need to click.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I flipped the switch on the side.
That's alright. It doesn't matter yet. There's no power on it. Alright, so I'm thinking that might have to go back here. Like that. Yeah, see what I'm thinking here? If it goes up there like this, when we're done, then it will be out of the view of the case. And it'll still look good. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the next part you think we need to do?
Next part.
All the power's connected, right?
Yes.
And it looks beautiful. Good job.
Thank you.
Power looks beautiful. Let me blow this far away from your eyes. Be free. Alright. What do you think should be next?
As I look at this and see.
Well, what is it we have left over here?
Over here we still have that.
And this is last. I'll tell you that right now. This is last.
We have the LPX thing.
We have memory. We have WD.
Hard drive.
And then we have the processor.
You do the processor?
It is a good decision, and the reason why is because that's where the processor goes. And it's extremely sensitive. You have to be extremely careful. So we're going to keep junk out of our way. And I'm going to explain it to you, but I'm going to put it on there. Do you know why?
Why?
You will not believe how small the pins in this thing are. You know how everything else has been like big clunky wires and stuff like that? Dry your mouth. And when you're looking directly at the processor, and I'm showing you, don't talk looking at the processor. Turn your head away. Because right now you have a tendency to kind of spit a little bit when you talk, or blow a lot of vapor. And we don't want to get this thing wet. Right? Don't want to get
cover my mouth.
That's fine. That's fine. Oh, cool. We're fine. It's in a little case. And look, you get another sticker. You don't have to cover your mouth. This
so it won't be really that
is
much
the cooler.
sensitive?
So the entire... No, not with it inside this plastic. When I open this plastic up, you're going to want to cover your mouth. But look at all these little pins on the bottom.
Oh my gosh.
If any of those... Now, here's the thing that's funny. Oh, these are actually pins. See, for a while they got rid of doing pins because pins would break easier. If any of those get bent, it's not good.
What could happen?
The processor won't work. So the thing is, then this little... See that little rod right there?
Yeah.
That lifts up. Processor will go in there and then a little lever will go down and it will squeeze those pins. Now, I'm looking at the back here. You gotta be kidding me. Okay, so we can see it says AMD Ryzen. It's a 2600. Oh, never mind. You've heard of the thermal paste before? It's that paste that they put on there. It's like gray.
No.
Okay, well they put in paste in there. And what the paste does is it helps distribute the heat evenly so it can be cooled. Now the key is, usually you would apply the thermal paste. And you see that gray stuff right there? That's pre-applied paste. So when the processor gets hot, it will automatically be cooled from that. Or that's the paste already, but it'll spread out when it's on there. Now this, so this fan, again, I'm used to Intel things that have like really complicated ways of screwing these things in. But it looks like, am I supposed to take those off? That's weird. I didn't know that. So the thing is on Intel things, you have all kinds of complicated stuff you have to do. It looks like on this one, we actually have to take those off. And then the fan will screw directly into the motherboard. Usually, like with Intels, there's all kinds of complicated little things that are like magic to try to get the damn thing on there. And it looks like AMD is just like screwed in. Don't care.
The middle screws are fine.
Yeah, that's all it is. Those are just little safety things. So, come on, bitch. That doesn't want to come up. This break. Need a wider screw bit. Let's try this one. Let's try this one. There we go. Yeah, so Intel has tons of weird contraptions where you have to like put the screw in and you have to push it and twist it and lock it into position. This thing just appears like it's going to just screw straight onto the board. Oh. And it looks like you need that back piece. Let me see. These, yeah, see these screws? Mm-hmm. They will push in. Let's see how this works. Okay. Ooh. Well, that's why they were screwed in. Is because there's little spring things on the back. Okay, so anyway, let's first get the processor in there. So again, we're not gonna talk. What we're gonna look for though is we're gonna look for. See this little arrow on this side has gold. Mm-hmm. None of the other ones do. Mm-hmm. On here, there's an arrow on one of the sides. Yeah, don't. Okay, so in this case, the arrow's over here, mm-hmm. which means I need to line the gold arrow up. See the gold arrows there? And it's going to need to be on that side. So I'm going to line it up that way. So the word Ryzen is going to face that way.
Tell me when to put it in my mouth.
Go ahead and do it now. Okay. That's a lot of pins. It's going to go this way. Okay, Alex, you can come back. Okay, so it's sat in there perfectly. Okay, you're good. Mm-hmm. So you see how the processor's sitting in there nice and cozy?
Yep.
So now this thing is going to go on top. Like so. Now the only problem is it has these little weird bracket things underneath where this goes. So this needs to go under here, I guess.
What's this?
Like that.
Yeah, that's part of it. That one.
And then, okay, so that goes on there like that. I'm gonna line these up like that. I gotta loosen these. It's like a weird torque wrench thing going on here.
Why do you need to loosen them?
Because I put it on too tight on one side. Apparently, this is just really weird the way they do it. Once you got it on there, okay, then you have to tighten it evenly, I guess, across the whole thing. Very weird. So we got to tighten a little bit here. And then we got to tighten it here. I'm going to tighten a little bit here. And now we're going to tighten it here. Now it looks like everything's tightened. Okay, I guess it's on there. Now we have the nether wire. Where do you think this wire is going to go?
I see it. So, I think
you've seen that kind of wire before. What kind of wire is it?
That's one that would go over here, right?
Well, where is it? What is it connected to?
Right now connected to the fan.
Okay, what kind of fan is it?
It's what's that? Got the name.
3 letters.
Oh, it says it right. AMD.
No, that's the name of who makes it.
Oh, I done it. CPU fan?
Mm-hmm. Now, you see anything anywhere for a CPU fan? Oh, it may not be labeled that way, though. Look in the manual. Let's go ahead and drop it. Let's look in the manual and see where it is.
So, CPU fan is 3. Is 3. 3 is right there.
Which is where in here?
It's right about there somewhere.
Okay, yeah. We're going to hook that right there on the CPU fan. And now we have a CPU fan. And that we can let hang up here. That I'm not as worried about. Right? Okay. Now, again, we know we don't have the greatest cooling in the world. Or the greatest, Now we'll be able to go right there, right? You think? We could tie it up there?
Yeah.
I don't know what that screw hole's for. I'm sure this will be okay. We'll do that at the end. Okay, so we now have that there. What's the next thing we could do?
So, next thing we could do, let's see. Got the fan right now in.
The processor and the fan are done. So we have, besides the video card, we have 2 things over here.
That's a drive, and that's, this is
RAM, the memory.
We need memory.
So this is the brain of the computer. This is how much the computer can think about at one time. And this is its long-term memory.
And this is falling.
That's fine, we'll deal with that later.
We should put on the memory right now.
Okay.
Look
on the motherboard instructions. We have 2 memory cards. See how how many slots do you have in here? How many RAM slots do you have? How many RAM slots? Look on the manual.
So, this is RAM on here.
Look at this and tell me if you can figure out where it goes. Look at how it connects. Where does it connect?
So, it's like this. Oh, they go here. There's 4.
Yep, so there's 4 slots and we only have 2 sticks. So we need to figure out which slots we need to plug in the RAM.
So, there's no number.
Oh, I know. Look at the table of contents. See if you can figure out what page we need to go to for this instruction.
So, memory, 1 to 4. So, here. So, memory.
Okay.
So, that's DDR4.
Well, that's the specifications, but that's not telling us how to install it.
Oh, that's 1 to 2. So,
oh, look more.
Oh, installing the memory.
Okay. So, this is... I don't see it say dual channel. I think it's dual channel, but let's see. What does it say here? If we're doing 2 modules, what are our choices?
So A or B. Channel A and channel B.
Right, so we have to do
Either 4-2 or and 4-4 or 4-1 and 4-3.
okay.
Dash actually is underscore. That's technically a dash.
Okay, so what is it?
So channel A or channel B.
Okay, so what's the numbers again? Because look, the numbers are right here. 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Channel A is even numbers, and B is odd numbers. We're trying to see.
So we would need it to be in because look, 2 modules would be in 1 and 2, or it would be in 3 and 4.
Oh, and here. So,
Yeah, so it's either column 1 or row 1 or row 2. So we could plug into 1 and 2, right?
Would there be a difference in this?
So what that means is, see here? If you look over here at the numbers, see how you have a 1? Then it goes 1, 3, 2, 4.
Yes, it does that.
Right. So we want to do 1 and 2 because it's further away from this. Right? So we're going to take these. We're going to take them out of this case.
Now, look at this. SS single-sided, DS is double-sided, and so
as you can see, the only way these will fit.
That's DD, double-sided.
Is that a sticker on there? No, it's just weird. It's just a weird way it looks. And so the only way this stick will fit is at this angle. See how if we try to put it in the other way, the size doesn't match right. See how it's over? The break is in the wrong spot?
Yeah.
So the only way it'll fit is that way, because then the hole right there lines up. So we have, when you push down RAM, you got to push down on either side evenly until it clicks.
Two clicks.
Yep. Click on each side. So now we have it in number 1 and 2. Is that correct?
Wait, yes.
Okay.
1 and 2.
So we have RAM installed.
We do.
Yep. Next.
What does RAM stand for instead of just memory?
Random access memory.
Oh.
Now this, I'm a little jealous of, because I don't have one of these in my computer.
What is it?
Instead of having the hard drive, it's having this NAND flash, which means it'll load games way fast.
Oh, look, it even says LAN port over here.
Look, that's how big your hard drive is.
It's a what? Hard drive?
No, this is a NAND flash.
NAND flash.
That I can see how to install that one. Do you see how to install it?
So that's right there. So, they're going on of those? Yeah, it does.
So it sits in there. Let's look at and install it just to be sure, because I guess they make some for longer ones too. Yep.
So, you have to take the contents. So there's no hard drive.
No, you're right.
Drivers installation?
Let me see something.
That?
Let me see something. I'm just looking on here. Here we go. Alright, so this is a 2A socket, this is a 2B socket. Oh, and see how they have different screw holes based on how big it is. The thing that was concerning me is I didn't have a screw hole. Oh, that's how this works.
What?
See this here?
Yeah.
The whole thing comes off like that. Now, you see how there's different holes here?
Yeah.
So if you see how long this one is? Mm-hmm. If we had another one that was shorter, you can take this post out and move it shorter.
Oh.
But it happens to perfectly fit that one. So then, how's it going? Okay, I don't want to just keep scraping. All right, let me look. How's this supposed to go in there? Oh, it goes down on the bottom. So farther down, it just sits in there like that.
You can't see.
And it pops in. See how it's sticking up?
Yeah.
And all I do is screw it down.
Ah.
That's pretty cool.
Can I just close this now?
Yeah, because the last thing we have to do is the video card. We know Daddy knows video cards really well. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to put this in here gently. Oh, that wasn't gentle.
What happened?
Nothing, it just wasn't gentle. It needs to do it gently.
Snap.
To make sure it threads. There it goes. God, that's beautiful, dude. That is so beautiful.
Pretty.
Now.
And we don't forget about this.
Yeah, no, and we're going to have to do the power for your, we still have another power cord to do for the video card.
Hope it doesn't explode.
But look, check it out. More stickers.
Yay.
Because you are an Aorus, and I think you get a sticker with the video card too.
An Aorus?
Aorus?
What is that?
That's me just making a funny noise. Bye-bye, AMD. Okay, so the good thing is luckily this trash can right now only has the computer stuff in it. So if anything's broken, I have it all right here. And that's good. And that one I need to keep for a second. And now we got the big fatty video card. And then we're going to have to install Windows. And then after we install Windows, we're going to have to install Microsoft Office from your school. And then...
From our school?
From your school. You get a free copy of Office from school.
Oh.
And then what? What should we do after we get the computer running? Get Office installed, get Windows installed. Then what should we consider doing?
Testing it.
How should we test it?
First, we'd see how well it can download I have an idea.
That's not a fun idea.
If it was an easy... Oh, I know.
What would the fun idea be to test it?
Install Fortnite.
Yes! That would be the fun idea.
It's actually really good for testing, actually, because on my computer it took a long time.
Now here's what's crazy. Look how big this thing is.
Oh my goodness.
Feel how heavy it is.
Not very heavy.
That's heavy for just a video card.
Wait. It is?
For a video card, that's heavy.
This is just a card?
That's just the video. Look. And it's big, bright and yellow. Let somebody say hey. Yes. We took the information off of Linus Tech Tips for biggest bang for your buck Christmas shopping. And this is my son's first computer that was not a hand-me-down that was already antiquated by the time he got it. So
yay.
He's actually getting a decent computer. It's Ryzen 5 2600, 1070 Ti, 16 gigs, Corsair RAM. I'm a little bit jealous because he doesn't even have a hard drive. He's going to be using this 1 terabyte NAND flash, which should be redonkulous. Now, those connectors you saw for the VGA, see, they go up there. It looks like this is going to have some lights on it, too. So now, let's see, what are these cables? Is this just a splitter? Yeah. Why do they have splitter cables? Wouldn't they rather have independent power? You would think they would rather have independent power on this thing. Where's the video card? Nope, that's not that. Dang it. We need this Zotac thing. What's in here? Huh? What's in your wallet? Okay.
Thief.
Zotac, see, yep, you get a sticker for that too.
There's one over here.
Okay.
Look.
Yeah, no, that's for the,
And it's stuck.
the driver. Okay, so let me see here. So, don't play when you're tired or short of sleep.
What? Where?
What the hell is that important
Where
for?
does it say?
This is just stupid.
What does it say?
Okay, so this is not telling me.
It's a different language.
Yeah, it's not telling me if I should or should not use that cable. Turn power off before plugging in card. No shit, Sherlock. Okay. Screw these guys. We can do it this way. I'd rather have the machine have full power than skimp out on the power. So it has two power jacks up here. We're going to do them both. See this protector here? Mm-hmm. That makes sure that it doesn't get damaged while it's sitting there. So what we're going to do though is we're going to go back here and pull up my pants. We're going to look behind here. Okay. So this has screws here to hold on the this back piece. Yeah, you might want to come around if you want to see. See, so these things hold on the top part, like so. So this makes sure that the stuff doesn't shift around on you. And then this comes off. And then you've got to figure out which ports you need to take off of here. So if the card goes in there,
where did I come from?
Then you see these two would need to come out. Mm-hmm. If the card lines up here, these two need to come out.
Mm-hmm. And so, someone else said hi.
Yo! Yes, sir. Alright, so now we're going to do...
I hear creaking of the ceiling.
That's because people are walking around upstairs. Imagine how it feels when you and Gabby are jumping around up there while I scream up the stairs. I'm like, shut up. Maybe it's so loud. Okay, so then I'm going to take these out.
Someone else.
Cool. Can I have a shout out, please, for Captain Zerg?
He was on here before.
Yeah, I know. He came back. Captain Zerg. Alright, let's see here. So we got to take off this thing on the bottom. Mm-hmm. Never use again. I'm going to lower. Should I do it? No, I don't want to do that. We'll run it through. So you see how we have to line it up with the case and then drop it straight down into that hole right there.
I don't think your name is really hard to say.
Okay.
And the guy said that.
Did you see it lock in? Okay. Did you see it lock in? Mm-hmm. So now it's in there. And we're just going to put those two screws back. And then we're going to deal with the power requirements. Alright? Mm-hmm. Don't lose that. Oh, I almost lost it down behind there. I would have been able to get it back out, but it just would have sucked. Okay. Get that screw in there. Come in there.
He said something else. Do you play Fortnite?
Actually, he loves Fortnite, and that's what he's going to be testing this thing on. Go for it. Oh, God.
Yeah.
I don't know if you'll come up on the camera, though. Yeah, all I see is your head moving. Look. Your little flossing is not working on there. Alright, so we're going to put these back on here. No, it's not falling. Still got plenty of time before it fell. Okay, so we're putting this piece back on the back. And as you can see, we have two more connectors that are going to need to go in to the video card. Alright.
Else.
This is gonna be so pretty.
What is his name?
What is his name? Oh, that's Alex.
I'm Alex.
Okay, so see, look, when we put the sucker back here, it's gonna be almost hidden. Oh, this is so pretty. No cables running around inside going out of control. It's the prettiest machine I've ever worked on. I've never really worried about the aesthetics too much in my own machines. But nowadays, it's important that your machine look cool inside.
This is really cool.
Yeah, it's gonna glow. And then later on we can come back and add more RGBs to it. Just to make it that much cooler.
So many things.
Okay, so that's gonna be there. Where's the scissors at? There they are.
Caesars.
Caesars.
So.
Okay, so that's there.
Said something.
You said I've had 5 PCs and 5 phones in my life. Oh yeah, I've built many phones. And he's had multiple computers. They've just been all a little bit older because I've handed them down to him. This is the first that he's had directly built specifically for him.
And I helped.
Yes, and you got to learn about how they function. And yay, we have one more zip tie so we can make this look good.
Yay. Is this finishing it off?
Almost, dude. We just have to hook the power up to the video card. And then close everything up, and then install it, and then install Fortnite in Office. Oh, cool, man. Appreciate the sub. Normally, my videos are just look through the history. Most of the videos here. Now, I have another channel called Maverick's Hideout, and he has a channel called Roblotron.
2000.
And now that he's got a machine that's actually good enough for him to get to play a game and stream at the same time, which has not been the case. He used to want to stream, but he couldn't do it because the machine was too slow. He'll now easily be able to stream and play games at the same time. Ooh, a girl, not a boy. That's cool too. But, yeah, so you'll be able to do both. But normally this channel is about, I built a classic arcade machine with Nintendo, PlayStation, GameCube, real. It's not hooked up right now.
Oh, darn it.
But,
this is right there.
My Maverick's Hideout channel is my normal gaming channel. For current day games. Okay, so grab the other one that says VGA. And we're going to. And we're going to put those in last. And I need to see where. Yeah, one of them says VGA. Does this have the single connector? Yeah.
You just gotta look for
and then up here. I guess either side, yeah.
So.
Oh, this is the EVGA side.
This is a VGA.
Okay, go ahead and unwrap it.
B3.
Yep. You sank my battleship. Oh, wait a minute, is that a dual-headed one? That one looks like it's dual-headed. Oh. Yeah. So I guess it really doesn't matter if we use one of their splitters. Because that's all that's doing anyway. Yeah, hold on though. We got that and this. No. Stop. Okay, never mind.
What?
We'll stop. Because all this is doing is chaining off anyway. Actually, yeah, we'll do it this way. Okay, put that one back in the box. So we're doing here is these will go here. Like so. Like that. There, hold the bottom of this up. Because I didn't want to break a card. And then this one go here like this. And this we don't want to break the card. Come on, get in there, you son of a bitch. God damn it. Come on.
You connect?
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
And then that pops in there. Stays lined up. Yep. Nice and pretty. And then this will run across the top. Alright. Whoop. Wrong hole. Put that in there.
Pretty.
Put that down here. And yeah, I like that. Yep. And then this will go.
Someone else walking now.
Damn it.
What?
I'm just making sure this thing got a seat. It's like blinding down there. I can't see anything. I think I got it. Yes, I did. You know what that means, son?
What?
It means everything's hooked up that needs to be hooked up. Your machine that does not have a hard drive.
Why didn't you just have me put the VGA one in?
Because it was a very weird angle. Now, machine that does not have a hard drive. It does not have a CD drive. This is a first for me. So we are now going to pop that on there. Make sure it still closes. Oh, these new cases with their little domed out cover is really cool. So you can run all the cables nice and pretty. Because what used to happen...
Wait, there's a...
Yeah, that's fine.
There's...
Yeah. That's the CD. Let me see. No. It would be...
Here it's kind of flat more.
That's fine. The thing is, the old PCs, if you tried to put anything behind the bottom tray, the whole side of the thing would bow out real far, and it would not ever close all the way. So this is really smart that they finally decided to bow out the back side of these cases. Now, I'm scratching the hell out of my desk, I'm sure. Where is your beautiful... Oh, that's from the super glue. Alright, so where's the front ear? Where's the lid?
It's
Right.
here.
Now you can take the plastic off.
Yes. It's right here.
Oh, la la.
Can you go this way?
Yep.
And put it on.
And take off the other piece.
There's more?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Don't touch it.
Oh.
Don't want to put some fingerprints all over it. Oh, that is so pretty, dude.
Thank you.
So pretty. And the inside looks gorgeous. I am a little bit jealous of how pretty yours looks. Mine does not.
Can you go this way, please?
Yep, so now, if we power this thing on and everything works good, then we will be ready to install Windows. And at that point, you'll be able to put your stickers on it. You don't put the stickers on until everything is tested and working.
Anyone still here, say yay.
Look at that. That is beautiful. Very happy with how that turned out.
I love it.
This is push the limit. Alright, so now what we need to do is...
Look at it. You know how long we've done this and it's
I know.
so pretty.
Alright, well, we got the machine built. During my next Mavericks Arcade video, I will give you an update on how the machine's performing while I'm doing the rest of my video. But again, as far as the build quality, how everything looks, I'm happy with how it turned out. It's cooler than I thought it would be. Yeah?
Thank
Cool.
you.
Love you, buddy.
Me too.
Alright, so let's say goodbye to these guys again. Thanks for watching, and if you guys have any questions or whatever, make sure to subscribe and like this video and share on Facebook or any other your other geeky friends, whatever. If you don't think they know much about computers, have them watch this. They step through the whole build of it.
Hit the notifications button for more. Does
Operate.
it notify you?
No.
Is the notifications thing?
I think it's the same thing as what you're talking about. I don't know.
It
Maybe.
is.
Okay, but go ahead and like I said, I'll tell you more about this, but as far as installing OSs and everything like that, that wasn't the topic of this video. The topic of this video was building the machine.
Thank you for doing that.
And we will see you guys next time. So where is my little bye-bye thing? That's this thing. Okay. Take it easy, guys. And check out Raul Blotron 2000's channel as well. Take it easy, Morph. Thanks again for watching. If you haven't already, please click like on this video and subscribe to my channel for future updates. If you'd like to see more content, please check out the following locations. I primarily use YouTube to store the final versions of my how-to videos. Facebook is used for communication, including notices about upcoming videos, behind-the-scenes photos, and occasional live streams assisting users with their own systems. I also stream on Twitch while recording these videos so you can see behind the scenes, machine setup, and of course the occasional bloopers. Check out these channels and let me know what you guys think. And as always, thanks again for watching.